Hey, what's up, y'all? It's T Down TV back with another video. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Today is December 28th that I'm filming this video. And in this video, I wanted to share with you how you can get an excellent credit score without going into debt. I wanted to preface this video by saying this video is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. And what I'm aiming to do through this video is share with you, through my personal experiences, how you can also build a good credit score without having to go into debt. A common misconception is that you have to take on a lot of debt in order to get a great or excellent credit score, but that simply is not the case. I'm going to jump into my Credit Karma account here shortly, but wanted to start off by talking through a few things. So in Credit Karma right now, my credit score is 777 for TransUnion, and for Equifax it is 775, which Credit Karma considers excellent credit score. Those two credit reporting agencies are very common that lenders will use when determining your approval and as well as interest rate for a loan. Something I wanted to note is, somebody like Dave Ramsey, I agree with a lot of his financial lessons and have definitely utilized them in my life and seen great benefits from his financial lessons with his baby steps, staying out of debt. I definitely agree that you should not have debt for auto loans and for credit card debt in general or consumer debt. But the one thing I don't necessarily agree with is to completely stop using credit cards and to not have a credit score. So he suggests to just cut up all credit cards and to let your credit score go to zero or to no credit score. So when you pull your credit, it doesn't even show a credit score. And for that, what he claims is that you can still do manual underwriting, but there are not many lenders that do that. If you're able to just responsibly use credit cards to build your credit score, it'll be to your advantage when you go to apply for a mortgage to get the best interest rate possible, or if you're investing in real estate in the future. So there's certain types of debt, like when you need to purchase a home, getting a mortgage on that isn't the worst thing if you can get a really good interest rate. Or potentially an investment property, we won't go into whether that's a good thing or not to take on debt for an investment property. Somebody like Dave Ramsey says you shouldn't. Some people say you should utilize debt, and that's a smart debt if it's an investment property and you have a great rate of return. Nonetheless, having an excellent credit score can definitely be to your advantage when you go to apply for credit. So a little backstory is I did go through a phase where I was purchasing a lot of vehicles with loans and using a lot of debt. And then I kind of turned that around and got to a phase where I didn't want to use any debt at all. I sold the one vehicle I had, bought another vehicle cash, which I have now. So I don't have any auto loan debt, no student loans, none of that. I also, at that time, I had the American Express Gold Card, which is an excellent credit card. But the one thing about it is there are a couple of drawbacks. One, it has a $250 annual fee, which isn't an exorbitant amount, but it's pretty high if you're not using your credit card too often. And also, it doesn't technically have a credit limit. So it's a good card, looks cool, but it doesn't technically have a designated credit limit. So you can have flexible amount of spending, but when your credit is pulled, one of the big things is credit utilization ratio. And so that's the amount of credit you're using. And if you have a card that doesn't have a defined credit limit, it won't show it on your credit report, so your credit score isn't going to build as high. At this time in my life, I was using debt, and I believe my credit score was around 740 or so. So it is higher now at 777. And what I did is like I said, I got rid of the auto loan I had, didn't have any auto loans anymore, and I also actually got rid of this credit card, which dropped my credit score at that time to about 650. When you get rid of a credit card, your credit score will drop a lot. So you want to avoid getting rid of credit cards. But I just kind of took an extreme transition in my life to completely get rid of debt and then build my credit score from there, build my wealth without debt. And what I believe is that if you're using credit cards responsibly, like I do, where I use them a little bit each month and pay it off at the end of the month, so I'm never carrying over any credit card debt, that it's not really a form of debt because you're just making your purchases on a credit card instead of a debit card or cash. What Dave Ramsey claims is that when you're using a credit card, you're going to purchase more things and not have as much control of your spending. But I haven't noticed that. I'm able to be just as diligent with spending, whether I'm using a debit card, cash, or credit card. And so from there, about a couple years ago, my credit score dropped because I got rid of the gold card, and it was at about 650 points. I knew at that time I wouldn't get approved for a high credit limit credit card, but I was doing some research already and identified that a credit card that approves a very high limit is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And I've done a past video on this card and some of the benefits of the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. So that was on my horizon, that I was going to aim to get that credit card. It's only a $95 annual fee, and it has a high credit limit, which is going to, in the long run, build your credit score if you have a high credit limit. But at the beginning, what I did is I first got these two cards. So it is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. This is a really great credit card, as well as the Capital One Quicksilver. So both of these credit cards are $0 annual fee credit cards. And so that's what I was doing research on, is what are the best $0 annual fee credit cards that have perks and that can get you a good high limit credit card if you're with that company. So if you get a credit card with a company like Chase or Capital One, both of them offer high limit credit cards like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, and the Capital One Venture is a good high limit credit card, good travel card. But the Chase Sapphire Preferred, from my research in general, offers higher credit limit. So I got both of those. Both of these credit cards are 1.5% cash back, in addition to the other perks you can research on your own. Another good no annual fee credit card is the Citi Double Cash, which is 2% cash back. And so that's another good one as well. But these are the two that I started with. And so when you first get a credit card, when you get new credit and you have a hard inquiry on your credit score, your credit will drop temporarily. So I knew that was going to happen, but if you're responsible with how you're using your credit, after a few months to a year, you're going to see that your credit score consistently increases. So I had both of these credit cards for about a year and would just kind of switch off and on which ones I was using and then pay them off every month. And I was still using a lot of, cash or debit cards sometimes too, but I would just make some purchases each month with these credit cards, and my credit score consistently built, and it built up from 650 up to about 750, 760, which I'll show you when I jump into Credit Karma. Another reason why I wanted to make this video now is because Credit Karma only goes back a few months. So it'll be relevant for you to be able to see when it dropped when I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred, where my credit score was at when I got that card, and then to see it increase again. So at that point, my credit score was about 750, 760, and Chase Sapphire Preferred was offering the 100,000 bonus points if you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months of having the card, which equates to $1,000 cash back. So, I mean, that really makes up for itself in the $95 annual fee. It's a really good offer, so keep an eye out for those incentive offers when you are looking to get a new credit card. So I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred a few months ago. I'll show you the specifics when I jump into Credit Karma. But that credit card, when I got it, they issued right away a $15,200 credit limit. Shortly before that, they had increased my Chase Freedom Unlimited credit limit to about $3,500. So it really increased my credit limit. And now what I'll do is I'll jump into Credit Karma to show you some more specifics of my credit score and kind of the timeline of when it dropped, when it increased. And then I'll finish off this video with final thoughts and any suggestions I might have for you. So here we go. I'll jump into Credit Karma. All right, so here we are in Credit Karma in my account, and this is what I use for keeping track of my credit score, and it seemed to be very accurate whenever I go to pull my credit. And so as you can see right now, it is 777 for TransUnion, and for Equifax 775. I'll jump into the details here so you can see a timeline of the last few months for my credit score. So here it was on October 1st. Why I wanted to make this video right now is because in Credit Karma, it only shows it back a few months, and it would be harder to show this drop here to you all if I didn't do this video now, because I'm guessing after January 1st you will no longer see this drop. So what this was is it was at 763, so my credit was probably already excellent at that point at October 1st. But that is when I applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred in September, and then, or it might have been even August, towards the end of August, and then got the credit card for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And then it takes about a month, usually like 3 to 4 weeks, for the credit bureaus to notice new credit on your account. When you get new credit on your account, on your credit score, it will drop your credit score for a few months. So be mindful of that. If you're looking to apply for a mortgage, don't apply for a new credit card right before applying for a mortgage. But if you know it's going to be at least a few months, then you're fine with getting a new credit card. So expect a 50 to 60 point drop in your credit score, like you can see here. It goes from 763 down to 704. And then for about a month, it looks like, it stayed at that 704, 706, and then it jumped up to 771. So that's where it jumped up on November 9th, November 10th. And now I've just been using the Chase Sapphire Preferred and every once in a while I use the Capital One credit card. And then I just pay it off all the time, every month. And as you can see, it stayed pretty consistent at 771, but then now it jumped up to 777. So slowly but surely, I'm thinking that it will get to 800 eventually. But I wanted to make this video now just to show you the journey and to be able to show you what you can expect as well when you get a new credit card with that initial drop. So there it is for my Credit Karma account. Going to jump back out of this and finish off the video. All right, y'all, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. Whatever the situation you're in, whether your credit score is at 500 points, you're just starting to build your credit, or you've had some bad situations and your credit score dropped and you're looking to rebuild your credit in the smartest way possible without incurring a bunch of debt. I think this strategy that I've just shared would be beneficial for either of those situations. some of these credit cards I shared have been good credit cards for me that I would recommend. There are other ones that are good as well, but hopefully this video was helpful. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe for more videos, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.